because of which we are having that type of immunity, because we are born to human race or human species. Okay. And again, in the innate immunity or native immunity, there are two types. One is the non-specific. Name itself will tell you that it has no specificity against any pathogen or any the external whatever microorganisms or any allergen can enter into the body. It has a non-specific action. It does not have any specific action. Again, it differs between three levels. One is the species level. For example, in animal, we are the humans. Humans are also animals. So in animal, again, humans, rat, or the cow, whatever. So at this level also, there is a different response by different species to different pathogens. And then second is the racial. Again, in the race, we are Indians, then Africans, like that. That is the racial in humans again now. And then at the individual level, like myself, how my immunity is going to respond to that invader, either it is non-specific or specific also. When I'm saying specific, it means that it is very specific to that particular species or particular racial race or the particular individual, how he or she is going to respond to that pathogen. The second one is acquired, or it is also called as adaptive immunity. This is very important for all of us. Over the period of time in our lifetime, we acquire the immunity either by natural way or by the artificial way. Natural way is something which right now is going on, COVID-19, which is a pandemic. And we are going to generate lots of antibodies because it's a natural way of initializing or sensitizing your immune response. And it is acquired because of the infection. If we suffer from the infection, we generally acquire this active type of immunity because right now the disease is there in your body. So that is a natural way. Of an artificial way, generally we give some vaccines for which we are all are eagerly waiting for this COVID-19. And once you introduce the vaccine, you will be called as the immunity will be called as the artificial immunity, artificial acquired or adaptive immunity. And then passive immunity, passive acquired or adaptive immunity is also there. Generally, natural way from our mother, we get the ready-made immunoglobulins, and those immunoglobulins are IgG. Generally, IgGs are the one which crosses the placenta of mother. Okay, and that is why we don't have to do anything up to whenever we are inside the womb. We are much protected than the outside world. So the mother passively giving the antibodies to her child, it is called as natural acquired or adaptive immunity. And artificial passive acquired immunity is nothing but, for example, if I am a immunocompromised person, what does it mean by immunocompromised person? That means I do not have actual any immune response right now in my body. I'm immunologically weak. My immune response is weak, and that's why I cannot produce any antibody or any competitive cell to tackle the or take care of that invading pathogen. So what do I do then? I cannot sit idle. So we have to give them passive artificial immunity. It means that we give them the ready-made immunoglobulins. जसं एखाद्या हॉटेलमध्ये जाऊन आपण पिझ्झा खातो, आपल्याला बनवायला लागत नाही. आपली आणि त्यावेळेची जी भूक असते ती संपते because we have ready-made. But if I ask you to prepare it, then you have to go through a battery of procedure. Lots of procedure you have to involved in, and then you will get that the pizza, whatever you like. Okay. So this is the difference between active and passive. Active, your immunity actively participating in producing the antibodies by two ways. One is the natural way, and another is the artificial way. In both the natural and artificial, there has to be some sensitizer. There has to be something which will initialize the immune response. Natural, when we call it as a natural, like the disease already, the pathogen already entered in my body, like COVID-19 agent, which has our body, which has the ability to invade our body, and the same time, our body also produces the immune response, and will tackle that COVID-19 agent, infectious agent. This is the natural way. An artificial way, the one for which we all are waiting, that is vaccine. We are preparing vaccines similar of that kind, the same virus which is making havoc in the world. Okay, so if you get that artificial uh, vaccine which mimicking the original COVID-19 infectious agent, will also generate same immune response which natural COVID-19 infectious agent would have done. So we are waiting for that, and this is called as artificial acquired or adaptive immune response. And passive, understood now. Passive is naturally means from mother to her child. And hello, am I audible? Arya, please let me know
Yes, sir,
between.
you're audible. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
sir, you are audible.
okay, okay. So passive natural means from mother to her child, and passive artificial means ready-made immunoglobulin are provided in people who have the compromised immune response or compromised immunity, and that is why we prefer the artificial acquired immune response. Now we'll come to know one by one. The innate immunity, I have already told, Janmajat Asleli, because we born to human race, so we have that immune response, which could be non-specific or specific. The resistance to infections which an individual possesses by virtue of his genetic and constitutional makeup. We all are human. We have certain inbuilt mechanism by which we are showing some amount of resistance to the infectious agent. Okay. And it could be specific and it could be non-specific. This innate immunity is not affected by prior contact with microorganisms. You do not have to have the contact with the microorganisms to have this innate immune response or innate immunity. That is why it is referred as a non-specific also. Now, this is at three different levels. It could be species level, it could be race level, or it could be at the individual level. When we talk about the species level, it means that the total refractoriness to a pathogen shown by all members of species. The example they have mentioned is human. कुणाचा तरी आवाज येतोय. There is some disturbance. Humans are unsusceptible to plant pathogen. It means that plant pathogen will not cause any disease in the humans. And this is by virtue, because you born to a human species. You are a human species. That's why you don't have. Okay, so this is very important. Thank you, Arya. It may be due to physiological and biochemical differences between the tissues of different host species. So this is the reason why what is the mechanism why humans are unsusceptible to plant pathogen? It is because humans have different physiological and biological differences as compared to the plant. Okay, so this is the non-specific immune response. And this is at the species level. Within species, different races shows differences in susceptibility to infection. This is known as racial immunity. For example, high resistance of Algerian sheep to anthrax. This is something which is unique. The Algerian sheep are highly resistant to anthrax. They do not get disease anthrax, but yes, humans, we are very succumb to anthrax disease or any other species. Okay, race rather. This is known to be a genetic in origin, and by selection and inbreeding, it is possible to develop at will races that possesses high degree of resistance to various pathogens. Human cloning project, कदाचित तुम्ही ऐकला असेल, cloning. The first cloning experiment was done in the sheep, and the sheep was named as a dolly. So these experiments are going on to find a way to have a disease-free world. Where is it possible to have a disease-free world by having a human clone? So there will be no disease at all. So that is going on, but still the cloning of human has not been allowed by ethical committee of the entire world, or for that matter, that country. because it has got lot of ethical issues. So it's not possible, but they have done in the animals like sheep. They have done to find out is it possible to uh, uh, generate the different generations of free of diseases like that. After that, in the races, immunity exhibited by an individual in that particular race, and that is why it is called as individual immunity. Example they have given: homozygous twins possesses similar degree of immunity, but not seen in the heterozygous. So when the homozygous twins are there, they will show a same amount of immune response to a particular pathogen. But at the same time, if the heterozygous twins are there, they have a different levels of immune response to the invading pathogens. Now, what are the different factors which can influence level of innate immunity? Okay. First and foremost is the age. Extreme ages are very vulnerable. What does it mean? It means that a, a child born will have a immune response which is in a developing stage. And that is why the child will not show the competence in defense against the pathogens. That is why if we see our childhood, we'll come to know our, you can ask your mother, you used to fell ill all the time. It is because, not because you are not, I mean, able to tackle that pathogen, or your immunity is not able to tackle that pathogen. It is because you are in the developing stage. And during the developing stage, you may not show that competence to tackle that pathogen. Similarly, this is called as in the increasing stage. Your immunity is still in the phase of development. And what happens in the old stage? The immunity is going waning. It is decreasing by the age. And that is why the older people are also vulnerable for various diseases. Pneumonia, it is commonly seen in elderly patients as well as the younger patients. But the age of yours is the most competent age which do not suffer easily from any disease, because now your immune response, whatever the thymus, bone marrow, everything will grow well by the age of 18, and you are very competent, or your immune response is very competent to tackle the various invading pathogens. That is why you don't suffer at all. Royal, you might have also heard the younger generation will not, I mean, even in the COVID-19 has not shown any amount of, even they get the disease, they do not, I mean, go for I mean, they did not die because of that disease. It is because your immunity has a competent level. अत्यंत what you can say सतर्क असलेली immunity असते from 18 to for example 50 plus 60 almost up to 60. After 60, the more we grow older, our immune response starts weakening, and that is why our immune response is not able to tackle the pathogens at the extreme ages. So this is very important. Age has a tremendous amount of what you can say impact on the immune response. Extreme ages are very vulnerable for majority of the infections. Poliomyelitis and chickenpox more severe in adults than young children due to hypersensitivity that causes greater tissue damage. This is something which is one of the mechanism or factors which influence the level of immunity. Now, the second most important factor which can influence the innate immunity. Innate is inborn. We have this immune mechanism because we born to human race. So what are the different factors? First is the age, and now second is the hormonal influences. Endocrine disorders such as diabetes. The people who are suffering from this disorder, that is diabetes, are more vulnerable, are more prone to various infections than non-diabetic patients. Are people who have hypothyroidism are associated with an enhanced susceptibility to various infections. It is because that hormone deficiency will make the person immunocompromised, and that is why they do not react to the external agents like pathogens very competitively because of lack of innate immune response. The people who have put on the corticosteroids depress the host resistance. That is why we do not, the physicians do not prescribe the various steroids because they suppress the natural way of immune response. And that is why these corticosteroids are the indicators or risk factors for suppressing our natural immune response or host response. The third factor, which is very important, I think probably in India also almost 15 to 20% people are malnourished. कदाचित धुळ्याकडे कोणी धुळ्याकडचा असेल तर तिकडे मालनरिश्ड पेशंट खूप आहेत धुळ्याच्या एका पार्ट मध्ये. I'm just referring Dhule because I know one of my senior professor used to work in that area. So I know that. That's why I'm referring about Dhule. It is not, disclaimer, it is not, if you are from Dhule, it doesn't mean that you are always malnourished. Okay, so don't take it in that way. So people who have a nutritional deficiency will have a vulnerable quality for the immune mechanism or innate immune mechanism. Now, what is the mechanism which involved in the immunity, innate immunity? It starts with the epithelial surfaces. Okay, intact skin and mucous membrane. How it helps? Probably you might have seen if something goes in your eyes, immediately you see the tears of drop of tears, right? It is because it has shown some amount of reaction for an external agent. It could be a allergen or it could be a dhulisa kern also. It's dust particle or anything which enters in your body. And your skin itself is very intact. It is the first barrier of immune mechanism which has got, because we're born to humans. So in any spaces you will get this intact skin. So it will be a first barrier not to allow enter the pathogen inside the body. And of course the mucous membrane. Then high concentration of salts in the drying sweat, the sebaceous secretions and the long chain fatty acids. These are also helpful in the mechanism of innate immunity. The mucosa of respiratory tract has several mechanisms of defense. You might have seen there are hairs in our nasal cavity, and that are responsible for trapping the external whatever allergen or whatever it goes inside, and they trap and they immediately show the sneezing. Sneezing is nothing but the primary defense mechanism. It comes out immediately. That is the reaction shown by your body to some external agents which has entered in your nasal cavity. Immediately you sneeze and it just comes out. The mouth is constantly bathed in the saliva which has the inhibitory action. Our saliva, that is why our mouth, saliva yenakarta, the doctors recommend that you should have water all the time in so that you can keep your saliva or mouth wet. Okay, that is for generation of lots of saliva, and saliva has got various enzymes which will take care of the invading pathogens. The other one, like in the intestinal mucosa, which is covered by a lace-like network of mucus, will also help in the innate immune mechanism. Even this intestinal mucosa also has different normal commensal organisms which will not allow pathogen to grow in the mucosal lining, intestinal mucosal lining. The conjunctiva is freed of foreign particles by the flushing action of the lacrimal secretion. I told you, teardrops comes immediately if something goes in our eyes. That is nothing but the natural way of immune mechanism or innate mechanism. And tears also contains antibacterial substances such as lysozyme, which will take care of the invading pathogens. The flushing action of urine eliminates bacteria from urethra. This is also a natural defense mechanism. See, look at it. We are so thankful. We should be so thankful to Almighty. These are the so many primary defense mechanisms just because we're born to human, and that is why we don't suffer all the time from infections. Spermine and zinc present in semen carry out the antibacterial activity. This is also again one of the important immune mechanism. There are certain antibacterial substances in blood and tissues which are also part of the innate natural immunity or mechanism. The complement system, which we are going to learn in one of the lecture. One of the lecture is dedicated to complement system, how complement works when the invading pathogens attack the host. Okay, so that has got a bactericidal activity. Complement helps in lots of way. I love immunology. Immunology is the science which is actually happening in our body all the time, and we are not aware of that. To make yourself aware, so you should always thank to the nature that that has given us such a beautiful mechanism to tackle these invading pathogens. आपण इतकं हॅपी इतकं हेल्दी का राहतो? कारण आपल्याला दैवी ही देणगी, दैवाने आपल्याला ही देणगी दिलेली आहे, ज्यामुळे आपण सहसा कुठलाही आजार आपल्याला होऊ देत नाही, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस नॅचरल वे ऑफ इम्युन मेकॅनिझम. कॉम्प्लिमेंट तर इतकं छान, इट वर्क्स सो ब्युटिफुली, इट सो सिस्टमॅटिकली वर्क्स इन युअर बॉडी. You don't know, even come to know what is happening in your body while they are taking care of your body from the invading pathogens from the external sources. Beta-lysine is also one of the active agents which works against the anthrax, which is present in the blood and tissue. Basic polypeptides such as leucines, plaquenins, these are also important in defense mechanism. Acidic substances such as lactic acid is also one of the secretion which helps in the innate immune mechanism. Lactoperoxidase in the milk. That is why old people used to say mother should feed her baby from naturally, because if we give them bottle fed milk, it is not that useful to that baby, and we should not do injustice to baby by feeding not feeding naturally, because there are lots of things. Even the secretory immunoglobulins are also there, and lots of proteins. Everything is there in mother's milk, and that is why a mother should feed her baby for at least 2 years of time. And now things have changed, so they just go on to bottle fed, and that is why people are becoming sick, ill, often because of not getting the natural lactoperoxidase or any other constituents which is present in the natural milk of mother. Okay, so this is something which everyone should note it. Then of course there are something which is called as interferon, and these interferons are produced by different cells, and that are also important in taking care of the viral infections. Interferon beta are very important against the viral infections. This is something again present in our body because we born to the human race, and that is why we have this natural way of defense mechanism. This is something which is very beautiful mechanism, microbial antagonism. The skin and mucous surfaces which has got the resident flora. I was talking about the GI tract, where we have almost 10 to 12 grams of colonies of microorganisms per gram of your colon. So that is why these organs which are helpful to the host will not allow pathogens to reside on that GI tract. And that is why we don't suffer from the GI tract infections very often. Similarly, our skin, entire skin, everybody's skin, oral cavity, there are more than 700. Now, when I was doing my PhD, that time I used to know 700. It's 2011. Now, probably there might be an addition of again 100 organisms, which might have discovered in these last 10 years, 1 decade. More than 700 species are there in everybody's mouth. But why do we don't suffer from the disease? Because they're not pathogen, they are the commensals, they are the resident flora. त्यांचा हक्क आहे, ते आपल्या बरोबर राहतात आणि आपल्यापासून जे काय असेल न्यूट्रिएंट्स they take it, they do not harm you, they just remain on whatever you eat on that. Of course, certain time this oral cavity which has got certain organism which resides in there, and if you do not take care of your oral cavity, might lead to dental caries, which is one of the bread and butter for all of you. Okay, that is because of the Streptococcus mutans and some other streptococci. Actually खरं तर खूप स्वीट खाल्ल्याने केरीज होतं असा संबंध नाही येतो. स्वीट खाल्ल्याने काय होतं, कण जे आहेत ग्लुकोजचे ते it remains in your gingival sulcus, and these resident flora which actually there they resides on these things, and they degrade this sugar and they ferment this sugar into acid, and that acid is responsible for decaying your tooth. Okay, So this dental caries has got a beautiful mechanism. तुम्ही आता पुढच्या वर्षी किंवा ह्या वर्षी कदाचित तुम्हाला प्रॉस्तो किंवा कॉन्स वाले शिकवतील. Dental caries is one of the best mechanism. There are multiple factors for dental caries, and one of the factor is the oral flora. Okay, and there are certain cellular factors which are part of the innate immunity, like for example phagocytic cells. This is something which I love. ह्या phagocytic cells काम काय माहिती का? प्रत्येक वेळेस फिरत राहणं, त्या ब्लड सर्क्युलेशन मध्ये फिरत राहणं. The moment they see something which does not belong to self, there are two concepts which you should know in immunity: self and non-self. Self म्हणजे जे माझं आहे, non-self म्हणजे जे माझं नाहीये. पण आपण जेव्हा माझं नाही तेही सुद्धा आपण माझंच म्हणत असतो. खरं तर लुक ॲट दी इम्युन मेकॅनिझम. जे माझं नाही ते फक्त ते काढून टाकतं. जे माझं आहे ते माझं आहे. So what phagocytic cells does? They try to find out which is self and which is non-self. माझं कुठलं आणि माझं कुठलं नाहीये, आणि माझं जे नाहीये ते बाहेर फेकून द्यायचं. Simple as that. And who will do that? Phagocytic cells. Which are the phagocytic cells? Macrophages, that is polymorphonuclear leukocytes. बघा आपल्याला कळत सुद्धा नाही. हे phagocytic cells बिचारे 24/7 हिंडत असतात. त्यांचं कामच आहे हिंडणं, आणि ते हिंडत असताना ते जस्ट ट्राय टू फाइंड आउट हु इज सेल्फ अँड विच इज नॉन सेल्फ. कोण घुसलंय का माझ्या शरीरात? जसं आपली मिलिटरी असते बॉर्डरला, दॅट्स वाय वी स्लीप व्हेरी आराम से. ओके, बिकॉज दे आर काय म्हणतात त्याला, पॅट्रोलिंग ऑल द टाइम ऑन आवर बॉर्डर्स. इफ एनीवन इज इन्व्हेडिंग आवर कंट्री, इफ एनी टेररिस्ट इज कमिंग इन आवर कंट्री, they just find out, they just kill there itself. They do not allow them to come inside the country. Okay, so similarly phagocytic cells is nothing but the military forces. They wander in our blood system, lymphatic system 24/7, and they try to find out which is self and which is non-self. Okay, so this is something which is very beautiful. That's why I said immunology is one of the science which I love the most. हकीकत है, सब कुछ हकीकत है. क्या चल रहा है हमारे शरीर में, सब कुछ हकीकत है. व्हाइट पेपर, असं झालं की असं होतं, असं झालं की असं होतं, आणि हे नसेल तर असं होतं. Simple as that. Okay. Reticuloendothelial cells, which are also important in removal of the foreign particles. Lymphocytes, natural killer cells, which are also involved in the non-specific defense. These are all non-specific. त्यांना कळत नाही हे व्हायरस आहे का बॅक्टेरिया, ते त्यांनी एवढं ओळखतात की हा माझा नाही, नॉन सेल्फ काढून टाका. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज non-specific immune response. Okay. Okay. The next part is inflammation. Probably आता तुम्ही पॅथॉलॉजी मध्ये सर, खरं तर इन्फ्लेमेशन इज वन ऑफ दी हेल्पफुल मेकॅनिझम. खरं तर हेल्पफुल मेकॅनिझम आहे. कुठलीही गोष्ट एक्झॅजरेट झाली, कुठलीही गोष्ट अति झाली, तर त्याचा परिणाम काय होतो? वाईट होतो. तसंच इन्फ्लेमेशन टू सर्टन एक्सटेंट इज गुड. इन्फ्लेमेशन म्हणजे काय? भांडाभांडी कुणाची? सगळ्या सेल्स जिथे फिजिकल इंजुरी झालीये किंवा जिथे मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझमची एंट्री झालीये तिथे ते सगळे सेल्स जातात. ते त्याला त्या तिथे सगळं टेक केअर ऑफ दॅट फिजिकल इंजुरी. तुम्ही बघा, आपल्या हातावर जोरात मारलं किंवा आईनी बाबाने एखाद्या गालावर मारली समजा, लाल होतं की नाही? काय what does it mean? Why the swelling is there? It is because all the cells infiltrate there, and because of which swelling is there. Calor, pallor, dollar, probably you might have heard in the physiology. It is nothing but they are taking in the defense mechanism. काहीतरी झालं म्हणून तिथं सगळे आले. ओके, अँड दॅट इज वाय दॅट कॅलर, पॅलर, डॉलर, थोडं तिथं फिवरिश वाटणं, थोडं गरम वाटणं, स्वेलिंग येणं, रेडनेस येणं, हे सगळं काय? डिफेन्स मेकॅनिझम. इट इज नथिंग बट इन्फ्लेमेशन ऑल्सो. बट दिस इन्फ्लेमेशन, तुम्ही probably now you might have heard in the COVID-19 cytokine storm. Storm म्हणजे काय? वादळ. ओके, cytokine are helpful or also harmful. In certain time they are helpful, and certain time जास्ती ओव्हरवेल्मिंग रिॲक्शन झाली, अतिउत्साह जिथे झालं तिथे पाणी, अतिउत्साह तिथे काय काहीतरी माती, अतिउत्साह तिथे माती, काहीतरी म्हणतात असं बरं का, एक म्हण आहे मराठीत. जनरली जिथे ओव्हर रिस्पॉन्स असतो, ओव्हरवेल्मिंग रिस्पॉन्स असतो, तिथे काहीतरी काही गोंधळ होऊन जातो. सो सिमिलरली इन्फ्लेमेशन टू अ सर्टन एक्सटेंट इज हेल्पफुल, and if it is overwhelmed response, it is going to be deleterious effect on your body. So tissue injury initiated by the pathogen leads to inflammation. This is important non-specific defense mechanism. Mind it, inflammation to certain amount is good, but if it increases, it is very bad. Microorganisms are phagocytosed and destroyed. What does it mean? Because of the inflammation, lots of cells get infiltrated and they specifically remove that pathogen, their toxins, and because of which there is a inflammation. There is outpouring of plasma which helps to dilate the toxic products. That is why you get the swelling or redness and all that. A fibrin barrier is laid serving to wall off the site of the infection. Oh, this is something which is very important. बऱ्याचदा आपण बऱ्याचदा म्हणतो जरा मला फिवरिश वाटतं, मला जरा फिवरिश वाटतं. What does it mean? It means that something is going on in your sharir, going on something in your body. म्हणून ते फिवरिश वाटतं. To certain amount, certain time period, fever is good. तुम्ही म्हणाल सर व्हॉट आर यू टॉकिंग? इट इज अ प्रायमरी डिफेन्स मेकॅनिझम. तुम्हाला बेस्ट एक्झाम्पल सांगतो. 1960s मध्ये सिफिलिस खूप रॅम्पंट होतं. सिफिलिस इज अ सेक्शुअली ट्रान्समिटेड डिसीज विच इज कॉज बाय ट्रिपोनिमा पॅलिडम. त्यावेळेस वन ऑफ द थिअरी वॉज टू इन्क्रीज द बॉडी टेम्परेचर. वाय? बिकॉज दॅट ऑर्गॅनिझम विल डाय टू दी हायर टेम्परेचर. आत्ताच मी सांगितलं थोड्या प्रमाणात कुठली गोष्ट चांगली, अति प्रमाण वाईट. तसंच फिवर कॉन्स्टंट 100 डिग्री फॉर 3 days, it's not good. Something is bad is happening. Okay, septicemia might be there and that you need to take care of. Just थोडं फिवरिश आलं, थोडं आज उगीच अंग असं आपलं नाही का वाटतं आपल्याला, मला थोडं फिवरिश वाटतं. That is something is happening in your body, so don't worry. If that fever goes beyond 99 and is increasing all the time and is there for couple of days, that is very wrong signal. It means that काहीतरी मोठा गोंधळ आत होत आहे. सो दॅट इज वाय यू हॅव टू बी व्हेरी केअरफुल. सम अमाउंट ऑफ फिवर 98.6 आहे तर 99 पण ठीक आहे. ओके, 99.2 पण ठीक आहे. ओके, that but 99.6, 8, 100, 101, 100, that time it is not good. You need to show your doctor. If it is below 100 and if it is for couple of hours, you could say काहीतरी आज चाललंय आणि म्हणून मला हे असं वाटतंय. So you don't have to immediately take the paracetamol, antipyretic. No need to take it. But yes, if it is there for a couple of days, yes, you need to show to your doctor. Okay, so this is something which is naturally there as a defense mechanism, innate defense mechanism or innate immunity. Oh, this is something again one of the important part. Acute phase proteins, C-reactive proteins, mannose binding proteins, alpha-1 acid glycoprotein serum, amyloid protein. These are the various proteins which are present in our immune system. And if you find these to a certain amount, it's okay. But if it goes beyond the normal limit, again, these are the indicators that something is going bad in your body. So these are also one of the basics of immune mechanism. Okay. Now coming to the acquired immunity. Acquired चा अर्थच काय? घेतलेलं आहे. You have taken from someone. Okay. And who is that someone? Okay. First, we will define what is acquired immunity. The resistance that an individual acquires during life is known as acquired. It might be from mother or it might be from a vaccine or any other way. Okay. There are two types and this is very important. They ask you short answer question on active and passive, difference between active and passive immunity. So you just write it down the SAQ. I'm just saying now. Write it down the SAQ, active and passive. Okay. Now what is the active immunity? First, we'll come to the active immunity. Active is the resistance developed by an individual as a result of antigenic stimulus. Something if it is going in my body, which is not belonging to my body, non-self immunity, active immunity starts working. Okay. And this involves active functioning of immune systems to form the antibodies. Okay. You will be learning these antibodies individually in one of the lecture in the coming lectures. Okay. And production of immunologically active cells. See the word immunologically active cells. तसं पाहिलं तर cells हे फक्त फिरत असतात. But when we call it as immunologically active cells, it means that they have sensed. त्यांना काहीतरी कळलं आहे की बाहेरचं कोणीतरी आत शरीरात आलंय आणि वो जलाल में आ जाते. They become very angry and they start secreting various chemokines. They start secreting antibodies. They start secreting some activating phagocytic cells, and everyone come over there and they take care of that foreign material. Jalal mein aana jisko bolte, gusse mein aana, that is called as immunologically active cells. Otherwise, they are normally moving in your body. That means your body does not have any non-self antigen. Okay. Once developed, last long. Very beautiful mechanism. एकदा आता खरं तर हे हायपोथेसिस पण चुकतं. COVID-19 मध्ये बरेचदा रिइन्फेक्शन पण व्हायला लागलं. पण प्रत्येक गोष्टीला every rule has an exception. Similarly, there are certain diseases which or infectious agents which has got the exception. But once you develop
आता ट्युबरक्लॉसिस, मी जर लहानपणी वॅक्सिन घेतला असेल, लाईफ लॉंग मला ट्युबरक्लॉसिस होणार नाही, कारण माझ्याकडे इम्युनॉलॉजिकल मेमरी असते. इतकं ब्युटिफुल आहे इम्युनॉलॉजी, ती मेमरीमध्ये ठेवतं आणि जेव्हा केव्हा तो पॅथोजन परत इन्फेक्ट करतं, ते मेमरी सेल्स दे स्टार्ट प्रोड्युसिंग दोज ऍक्टिव्ह इम्युनॉलॉजिकल ऍक्टिव्ह सेल्स ऑर अँटीबॉडीज विच विल टेकन केअर ऑफ दॅट. किती ब्युटिफुल मेकॅनिझम आहे बघा. गॉड इज व्हेरी व्हॉट यू कॅन से generous to us by giving all these mechanisms to tackle these pathogens. मी तुम्हाला बॅक्टेरियल जेनेटिक्स मध्ये सांगत होतो, आपलं आणि बॅक्टेरियाचं भांडण वर्षानुवर्ष चालूच आहे आणि ते चालूच राहणार आहे. कोण जिंकलं अजून काही माहिती नाही. कधी आपण जिंकतो, कधी ते जिंकतात. ओके, वन्स डेव्हलप इट रिमेन्स लास्ट लॉंग. लॉंग मेमरी. एकदा तो इतकं ब्युटिफुल आहे ना, त्याचं पिक्चर घेऊन ठेवतात, कुठल्या शेपचा आहे तो, कुठले अँटीजन होते, सगळी इम्युनॉलॉजिकल मेमरी त्या मेमरी सेल्स मध्ये राहते. आणि जेव्हा केव्हा द सेकंड टाइम दॅट पॅथोजन इन्व्हेड्स दॅट होस्ट, इम्युनॉलॉजिकल मेमरी स्टार्ट्स ऍक्टिव्हेटिंग अँड ते प्रोड्युसिंग. प्रोटोकॉलच असतं, हा असा पॅथोजन आहे का, हा चल T4 सेल चला, T8 सेल चला, नॅचरल किल सेल चला, फॅगोजन सगळे चला तिथे. So and they'll take care or complement, they take care of that pathogen, okay, because of the long memory. That was the active immunity. Now what do we mean by passive immunity? Active मध्ये जिथे तुमची हरकत चल रही है, उधर कुछ चल रहा है, कुछ एक्टिव चल रहा है. पैसिव में क्या है, जैसे अभी आप घर में रहते हो, मम्मा ब्रेकफास्ट दो. अब आजकल तो बच्चे बहुत शहाणे हो गए, अभ्यास करत असताना आईला सांगतात कॉफी पाहिजे किंवा पोहे पाहिजे, बसून सगळं मागायची सवय आपल्याला. दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज पॅसिव्ह इम्युनिटी. आणि बिचारी आई पण काय करते, देते. ओके नाही. The resistance that is transmitted passively to a recipient in a ready-made form. एखाद्या हॉटेलमध्ये जायचं, पोहे बनवा, पोहे द्या, तो बिचारा आणून देतो. घरी पोहे बनवायचे असेल तर पोहे आणा, मिरची आणा, शेंगदाणे आणा, काय काय आणा, धुवा, करा, सगळं करा आणि मग खा. मेहनत आहे, ऍक्टिव्ह आहे, ऍक्टिव्ह पार्टिसिपेशन आहे. आई पोहे दे, आई बिचारी येते आणि पोहे देते. दॅट इज रेडीमेड, पॅसिव्ह. ओके. What are the different attributes of passive immunity? No role of immune system of recipient to play. काय नाही, मागायचं की मिळतं, रेडीमेड. No antigenic stimulus, instead performed antibodies are administered. काय नाही, रेडीमेड अँटीबॉडी द्यायचं, काम समाप्त. देर इज नो लेटेंट पिरियड. लेटेंट पिरियड ब्युटेंट काय नाही, तिथे ऍक्टिव्ह मध्ये लेटेंट पिरियड आहे. आज पॅथोजन घुसला, लगेच काय इमिडिएटली ऍक्टिव्ह रिस्पॉन्स मिळत नाही, थोडं लेटेंट पिरियड जातो. जे इम्युनॉलॉजी जे अँटीबॉडीज असतात, जे नॉन स्पेसिफिक असतात, तरी थोड्या प्रमाणात त्याला न्यूट्रलाइज करायचा प्रयत्न करतात. पण आफ्टर 1 week, से एव्हरी इन्फेक्शन डज नॉट प्रोड्यूस immunoglobulins immediately. Immunoglobulins म्हणजे antibodies immediately. It will take amount of time, that is 5 to 7 days. After 5 to 7 days, yes, IgM, first antibody, and then IgG. Okay. Immunity lasts long for days or weeks. No secondary response is there. Main advantage, it act immediately. Advantage काय, मी immunocompromised आहे तर मला immediately त्याचा फायदा होतो. Natural active immunity, it results from either a clinical or an inapparent आपण इन्फेक्शन मध्ये वाचलं की इनअपरंट इन्फेक्शन बाय मायक्रोब. इनअपरंट म्हणजे सबक्लिनिकल, काही सिम्पटम्स तुम्हाला दिसत नाहीत. ओके. द पर्सन रिकवर्ड फ्रॉम मिझल्स डेव्हलप नॅचरल ऍक्टिव्ह इम्युनिटी. एक्झाम्पल म्हणून बरं का, adults in developing countries possess natural active immunity to poliomyelitis due to repeated inapparent अर्थ काय, subclinical unknowingly to a poliomyelitis. That's why they have the natural way of defense mechanism. Okay. Natural active immunity. The immunity is lifelong following many viral diseases such as chicken. लहानपणी तुम्हाला जर चिकन पॉक्स झाला नसेल तर अडल्ट मध्ये झालं की तो फेटल असू शकतो, कॉम्प्लिकेशन्स असतात. म्हणून लहानपणी चांदण्या बिंदण्या येणे हे कधी कधी चांगलं असतं. ओके. बट इन फ्यू व्हायरसेस सच एज इन्फ्लुएन्झा और कॉमन कोल्ड इट इज शॉर्ट लिव्ड. मेमरी म्हणून कोविड-19 मध्ये आता काही काही जणांची मेमरी म्हणजे अँटीबॉडीजच नाही आहेत. इट हॅज अ व्हेरी शॉर्ट मेमरी. त्याचं कारण आहे म्युटेशन. आपण म्युटेशन पण बघितलं. म्युटेशन म्हणजे काय, काहीतरी व्हायरस थोडं चेंज होतं. असा समजा गोल असेल तर थोडं चपटा होतो कुठेतरी, आणि आपली बॉडी इम्युन मेकॅनिझम काय करतो, अरे हा काहीतरी वेगळा आहे आता, मग परत नवीन सगळं प्रोड्यूस करायचं. ऍक्च्युअली तो खरंच तोच असतो, पण थोडं मॉडिफाय करतो. पण आपल्या बॉडीला काय वाटतं काहीतरी नवीन आला आहे. सो दे स्टार्ट प्रोड्युसिंग अगेन न्यू, एव्हरीथिंग गोज थ्रू द. दॅट इज वाय द इन्फ्लुएन्झा आर हॅव्हिंग दी शॉर्ट लिव्ड इम्युन मेकॅनिझम. म्हणून कोविड-19 सुद्धा हॅव ऑफ करते अख्ख्या जगामध्ये. Influenza virus undergoes this is the reason antigenic variation while common cold clinical picture can be caused by different viruses. हे इन्फ्लुएन्झाची फार इतकी सुंदर मेकॅनिझम आहे तो स्वतःचा शेप बदलून टाकतो, अँटीजन बदलून टाकतो, म्युटेट होऊन जातो, किंवा स्वाईन मधनं घेऊन वेगळा म्युटंट तयार करतो. आता हा कुठला तरी बॅट मधनं आलाय म्हणतात. आता तर त्या चायनीज सायंटिस्टने परवा सांगितलं की नाही आमच्याच गव्हर्नमेंट लॅब मधनं आम्ही बनवलंय, काहीतरी त्यांना वेगळं करायचं होतं. सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स हॅपन्स. ओके, that is why they are very different viruses, and we don't have last long immunity. Immunity in bacterial infection is generally less permanent than that of, this is a very important sentence, immunity in bacterial infection is generally less permanent than that of viral infection, because immunological memory is better in the viral infection than in the bacterial infections. Okay, this is the reason. Effect खूप सुंदर आहे. आर्टिफिशियल ऍक्टिव्ह इम्युनिटी इज द रेजिस्टन्स इंड्युस्ड बाय वॅक्सिन्स. म्हणून आपण आता जिची आतुरतेने अख्खं जग वाट बघतंय, कधी येतंय, ऍस्ट्राझेनेका, सिरम इन्स्टिट्यूट, ऑक्सफर्ड, ऑल ऑफ देम, रशिया, ऑल ऑफ देम आर into a vaccine, and we Indians are just waiting for that vaccine to come to India and we'll take it. We are not working much on that. I think there are some people who are working, but not that seriously. It is the resistance induced by vaccines. Vaccines are preparations of live or killed microorganisms. Mind it, you can prepare live vaccines by having that original virus, and म्हणजे me without ammunition, me with ammunition. Me with ammunition will be more dangerous. I have a deleterious effect. But me without ammunition, काय म्हणतात त्याला, बारूद गोळा. So I am very okay. That is the principle in the live vaccine. Live vaccine म्हणजे काय, तो पॅथोजन असतो, पण त्याच्यातले जे virulence factors आहेत ते सगळे काढून टाकलेले असतात. ओके, that is called as live vaccine. आणि किल्ड मध्ये काय, ऑफकोर्स सगळंच मारून टाकतात. सो बोथ vaccines are available, and here probably we are expecting either killed or live vaccines. Examples of vaccines: bacterial vaccines, live vaccine मध्ये BCG, which we all take it in the childhood. Killed vaccine, cholera vaccine. Subunit vaccine. Subunit म्हणजे a part of that bacilla is used as a vaccine. बॅक्टेरिया मध्ये, अँटीजन मध्ये सुद्धा एक एपिटोप असतो, एक असा पार्ट असतो, त्याला एपिटोप म्हणतात, and that is responsible for generating the immune response. त्याला एपिटोप म्हणतात. ओके, सब युनिट किंवा सब युनिट म्हणतात. अँड बॅक्टेरियल प्रॉडक्ट्स, टॉक्झॉइड, टिटॅनस. आपण जनरली लागलं की आई म्हणते जा टिटॅनस इंजेक्शन घे. व्हॉट इज दॅट? इट इज नथिंग बट द टॉक्झॉइड विच हॅज बीन toxided. All the toxin material is removed, but intact toxin is there, and that will generate the immune response. That is why it is called as bacterial products. Viral vaccines लाईव्ह असतात, किल्ड असतात, सब युनिट असतात. लाईव्ह कुठलं एक्झाम्पल आहे? ओरल पोलिओ. 2 बूंद जिंदगी के, अमिताभ बच्चन, तेंडुलकर सगळे सांगतात बघा, हो की नाही? 2 बूंद जिंदगी के, दॅट इज लाईव्ह ओरल पोलिओ वॅक्सिन. किल्ड वॅक्सिन इज ऑल्सो अवेलेबल. ह्या साल्क आणि साबींनी हे पोलिओ वॅक्सिन जेव्हा त्यांनी पेटंट केलं, त्यांनी सगळ्या जगाला ते उपलब्ध करून दिलं. दॅट इज वाय वी आर नॉट सफरिंग फ्रॉम पोलिओमायलायटिस, थँक्स टू दी. आणि त्यांची इतकी जनरॉसिटी होती की त्यांनी पेटंट घेतलं नाही. त्यांनी जर पेटंट घेतलं असतं तर ते करोडपती, अब्जोपती झाले असते. Some people work for the benefit of the society. One of them are these 2 scientists, Salk and Sabin. Okay, and killed vaccine झालं. सब युनिट मध्ये hepatitis B vaccine, which is very essential, which you all have taken in the first year of your BDS entry. Okay, live vaccines initiate an infection without causing any injury or disease. Live असतं तेच organism, पण without any virulence factors. It will generate the immune response, but it will not cause the disease, injury or disease. Immunity lasts for several years, but booster dose is needed. एक्झाम्पल मी नेहमी कसं देतो माहिती का स्टुडंट्सना? मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं अभ्यास करा. आता मी काही जणांनी मला सांगितलं की आम्ही एफर्ट करायला तयार आहोत, पण सगळे गप्प बसले. कुणी मला सांगितलं नाही सर मी हे विदाऊट म्हणजे तुमच्या पद्धतीने अभ्यास केला आणि मी हे लिहिलेलं आहे. फक्त एक, आय एम फॉरगॉट दॅट लेडीज नेम. शी टोल्ड मी दॅट आय सॉ जस्ट ओनली डायग्राम, बट दी रिटन पार्ट आय हॅव मेमोराइज्ड अँड रिटन. ओनली वन. Neither Arya nor anyone who has committed to me, and they are still. आणि असं नाही चालणार. रेसिप्रोकेशन पाहिजे बघा. माझं काम काय आहे? तुम्हाला उद्युक्त करणं, सेन्सिटाईज करणं, इम्युनॉलॉजिकली कॉम्पिटंट करणं, अभ्यासॉलॉजिकली जागे करणं. पण तुम्ही जर ते रेसिप्रोकेट नाही केलं की मी पण काय नाही करणार. ओके, सो इट्स अप टू यू. सो व्हॉट डज इट मीन? नाउ व्हॉट आय एम गिव्हिंग यू बूस्टर डोस. 1-2 आठवड्यापूर्वी तुम्हाला पहिला डोस दिला होता आणि काही जणांनी त्यावेळेस केलं. आता मी काय देतो? हे बूस्टर डोस. का लागतं बूस्टर डोस? आपण थोडं विसरून जातो, आपण थोडं लिनियंट होऊन जातो. जाऊ दे सर काय विचारत नाही, जाऊ दे असं. तसं इम्युनिटीचं पण तसंच आहे. ऍक्टिव्ह इम्युनिटी राहते, पण त्याला बूस्टर द्यावं लागतं मधनं. चल टोचावं लागतं, चिमटा घ्यावा लागतं. हा, अरे मी जागा आहे असं. ओके, सो व्हॉट आय डिड टुडे फॉर ऑल दोज हू हॅव प्रॉमिस्ड मी टू टेक द एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट, सेंड इमिडिएटली by my way to me on my personal WhatsApp your assignments. I will check and I'll let you know. Live vaccines administered orally or parenterally. Orally, Sabin vaccines for polio and parenterally measles vaccine. Killed vaccines are less immunogenic than live vaccines. का बरं? कारण किल्ड वॅक्सिन मध्ये आपण त्याचे जे काय अँटीजेनिक स्ट्रक्चर्स असते ते डिस्ट्रॉय करतो. दॅट इज वाय दे हॅव लेस इम्युनोजेनिक. दॅट्स वाय दे हॅव लेस इम्युन रिस्पॉन्स. लाईव्ह मध्ये वी कीप इंटॅक्ट दोज इफिरुलंट फॅक्टर्स, राईट? बट they do not have ability to cause the disease, and that's why they are the better vaccines and last for short period, require at least 2 doses for production of immunity. Okay, the first dose is known as primary dose. जसं किल्ड वॅक्सिन आपण घेतो की नाही हेपॅटायटिसचं 3दा घ्यायला सांगितलं की नाही, 0, 1st and 6 months. Why? 6 months will act as a booster dose and sometimes after 5 years that is also one of the booster dose. तुम्हाला पण प्रत्येक 5 वर्षांनी घ्यावं लागेल कारण you will be in the vicinity of the patient. Okay, the first dose is known as primary dose and subsequent doses are called as booster dose. The oral route is not effective for killed vaccine. काय होतं सगळं गॅस्ट्राइट ह्याच्यात जातं GI tract मध्ये सगळं because of the acidic it will get destroyed and that is why parenteral is very important. The oral route is not effective for killed vaccine. Parenteral administration provides humoral immune response. Humoral immune response म्हणजे काय? Production of antibody. Now natural passive immunity is the resistance passively transferred from mother to baby thanks to our mothers who had given us the protective immunity when we were there in her womb. Okay, so that is why mothers are very important in everybody's life. So take care of your mother. Always say thank you to her. Because of her we are intact and immunocompetent. Maternal antibodies give passive protection against infectious diseases to the infant. आईची काळजी घ्या. Adequate against all the common infectious diseases. बघा, important, adequate against all the common infectious diseases. We should always every day we should thanks our mother. जायचं जवळ म्हणायचं आई थँक्यू, बस एक स्माइल द्यायचा आणि थँक्यू म्हणायचं. आजपासून करा सगळे. ओके, pediatric infections are more common after the age of 3 because again it is in the developing stage and all that which we have already studied. By active immunization of mothers during pregnancy it is possible to improve the quality of passive immunity in the infants. किती बघा मदर किती करते आपल्यासाठी. Immunization with tetanus toxoids protects from the neonatal tetanus. Artificial passive मध्ये कोण आहे? Is the resistance passively transferred to a recipient by the ready-made administration of antibodies. पिझ्झा किंवा आईला म्हणायचं पोहे दे, that is ready-made passive. Agents used are hyperimmune sera. आता तुम्हाला कॉन्व्हॅलेसेंट सिरा, प्लाझ्मा थेरपी ऐकला असेल. COVID-19 काय आहे? मला झालं, माझ्या प्लाझ्मा मध्ये अँटीबॉडीज असतात. Those are ready-made immunoglobulins which will be useful for immunocompromised patient against COVID-19. Okay, used for prophylaxis and therapy which you have known now about this plasma therapy. Convalescent sera, मी बरा झालो, माझा सिरा, pooled human gamma globulins. बऱ्याच जणांचा ह्युमन पूल करून गॅमा ग्लोबुलिन वाढवायचा आणि ते सुद्धा यू कॅन यूज इट अगेन्स्ट द व्हेरियस इन्फेक्शन्स लाईक हेपॅटायटिस ए. इंजेक्शन ऑफ इम्युनॉलॉजिकली कॉम्पिटंट ल्युकोसाइट्स इज दी अडॉप्टिव्ह इम्युनिटी. ते पण देता येतात. आता दीज आर दी डिफरन्शिएटिंग फीचर्स ऑफ द ऍक्टिव्ह अँड passive immunity which I am taking little fast because it's almost 9 now. Produced by actively by the immune system, induced by an infection, long lasting and effective protection, effective only after generation of antibodies, immunologic memory is present. हे सगळे ऍक्टिव्ह बरं ते ऍक्टिव्हचे. नेगेटिव्ह फेज मे ऑकर, हे सगळे ऍक्टिव्हचे कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स आहेत बरं का. नॉन ऍप्लिकेबल फॉर इम्युनोडेफिशियंट, यूज फॉर इम्युनोप्रोफायलॅक्सिस टू इन्क्रीज बॉडी रेजिस्टन्स. आणि हे पॅसिव्हचे, रिसीव्ड पॅसिव्हली बाय द होस्ट. हे एक्झाम मध्ये येतं ऍक्टिव्ह अँड पॅसिव्ह डिफरन्सेस. कन्फर्ड बाय ऍडमिनिस्ट्रेटिंग द अँटीबॉडीज. शॉर्ट लिव्ड असते, लेस इफेक्टिव्ह असते. इफेक्टिव्ह इमिडिएटली, कारण काय निगेटिव्ह फेज नसते. निगेटिव्ह फेज म्हणजे काय? इन्फेक्शन झालं की लगेच काही इम्युनोग्लोबुलिन्स प्रोड्यूस होत नाही इनऍक्टिव्ह मध्ये. पॅसिव्ह मध्ये तुम्ही डायरेक्ट इम्युनोग्लोबुलिन देतात म्हणून इफेक्टिव्ह. भूक लागली, आईला म्हणलं पोहे दे, पटकन पोहे मिळाले, भूक संपली. पण तुम्हाला जर ऍक्टिव्ह करायचं असेल तर पोहे आणा, सगळं आणा, करा, दॅट इज ऍक्टिव्ह. ओके, नो इम्युनॉलॉजिकल मेमरी. पॅसिव्ह मध्ये इम्युनॉलॉजिकल मेमरी नसते, ऍक्टिव्ह मध्ये असते. नो नेगेटिव्ह फेज, तिथे नेगेटिव्ह फेज असते. ऍप्लिकेबल इन इम्युनोडेफिशियंट. दोज हू हॅव immunocompromised status will be benefited due to passive immunity. And child in the womb or neonate in the womb used for treatment of acute infection. Measurement कसं करतं? how will you measure the immunity, whether I'm immunocompetent or not? One method is to test the resistance of individual to challenge. हे फार क्रूड मेथड आहे. माझी रेजिस्टन्स आहे की नाही, मी एखाद्या आता मी म्हणलं कोणाला तर COVID-19 बघू तुला होते की नाही आणि मग इम्युनिटी येते की नाही. क्रूड मेथड आहे. इट कॅन बी डन. इट इज अ क्रूड मेथड. इट इज नॉट अलाउड. मग काय सिम्पल मेथड्स आर अवेलेबल by demonstrating the antibodies. ELISA test तुम्ही ऐकलं असेल. That is one of the important serological mechanism which we use to demonstrate the antibodies. Other techniques are also available: agglutination, precipitation, complement fixation, etc. I think I have done with the. Okay. I think I have done with the immunity. I hope this was interesting to all of you.